Currently reside in Atlanta, Georgia, and I am one of the most awesome castmates on the Real World. So yeah, I'm like quite cool, just in case you don't know me.
All right, so let's start at the beginning of the Real World. How did you even get involved with auditioning for the show?
Wow, it's weird because actually they found me. I was auditioning for a small like documentary series, and I submitted to that, and they responded by telling me that it was in early development, but I would be cool, like a cool candidate to audition for the Real World, and I thought it was like a joke. I was like, yeah, you just trying to get one over on me, but it ended up being the best thing ever that I could have ever done.
That's awesome. Now, how long was your process for getting on the show? Was it like a super long process, or was it super quick for you since they found you?
It was fast for me. I don't know how long it took for other people because, like I said, I had like a totally different auditioning process. So I mean, it was only long because I was waiting to hear back. It's always long when you're like waiting to hear back, but
Yeah.
it really, in reality, it wasn't like long at all. I would say it probably was about a month or two, maybe. About a good,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was like a good month since from the time that I heard about it and the time that I found out that I was chosen. It was about a good
Yeah.
month or so.
That's not even that long.
That's not long at all. That's
No.
also not long at all.
No, not even close. So coming into Real World House, you had no idea what the season would be about.
Yeah.
So as soon as you found out what the theme was, so basically go big or go home, what was your thoughts?
Um, I felt like it was a joke. I was like, I withdrew from school. Like, no, this isn't what I signed up for. So, but I knew that it would be something that would, I guess, entertain me because it wasn't just the same old typical real world kind of thing. So I was excited about it.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool, it's something different. They've never done it before, so I'm super excited to see the rest of the season.
That's the biggest thing with me. I love being one of the first to do something. So for me to be like one of the first groups to like go with the real world this way, how it's done, not an off spin show or anything, but the actual real world. Like I felt so great. I was like, hell yeah, I'm about to dominate. Like there is no going home.
Yeah, very true. I wasn't sure if you were going to jump out of that hot air balloon, though. You looked like you were super conflicted.
I went to God probably about 12 times in that small little window that y'all saw there. Look, I didn't know just because everybody else ropes held them. They didn't mean they had the same thing for me. So I was like, Lord, be a diversion. If this is not from you, Lord, take it away. And I was still forced to deal with this. So I was like, hey, I mean, come on.
Hey, you only have one chance, so you might as well just do it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about going back to the very first episode. We see everyone's kind of getting to know each other, and right off the bat, you and Jenna kind of hit heads a little bit.
The
Just a
bathroom
little.
scene.
Yeah, but it seems like you guys were trying to work it out a little bit, but then in the later episodes that we've seen, it seems like you guys aren't really getting along again.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that a little bit. What was your first reactions of Jenna's southern ass thoughts, I guess is what you would call it, way
And
of life?
it really wasn't, it didn't come off as a southern way of like aspect or anything because I lived there. I was every summer in Mississippi, and like that's where my roots are. Just East St. Louis is a country ass place where everybody migrated from the south to be. So for her to use that as an excuse, I was like, yeah, that's bullshit. So come with something else. And because I wanted to, grasp I just wanted to enlighten her, really. I was just like, all right, let me see what you got to say so I can tell you that you're wrong. So I can prove to you that you're wrong. Not even just tell you, but to prove to you that you're wrong. And, if this is what you believe in, that's fine. But also have a different, retrospect for somebody else. Have a different perspective for someone else. Just like I'm having one with you. I didn't grow up in your area or, a place like yours. It was similar, but it was black people. It was project houses instead of trailer homes, but I'm being open-minded to you. So the only thing I want you to do is do that in return. And the reason why you see the frustration come later in the season, because it's like being a dead horse. It's like you're trying to get this person to understand something, and not only that, but you give them a break. I'm giving you a break here. At least try to hear me out a little bit. But you're so closed-minded, it's not working. So damn right, it's how about let's just make it to our way of not talking to each other. That's what we're.
I can understand that. It's hard. It's hard with different opinions, I guess, coming into play, because you live one way, she lives a totally different way.
And that's okay. So does the rest of us in the house. But it wasn't. Yeah. If it's okay to have your beliefs, but just don't offend anyone else with your beliefs, and we all learn something from each other. Like Sabrina's lifestyle was totally different from mine. Dion's is totally different from mine, but we learn. Yeah. We have some kind of, I don't know, just common sense that just have respect for someone else and their way of life.
Yeah, well, that's the beauty of the real world. You're bringing 7 people from different places to live together and figure it out. Exactly. And sometimes you don't figure it out, though, it seems like.
Some of them don't. The ones that don't, they're just, gotta say a little extra prayer for them,
There you go. So also in the first episode, I want to bring this up really quick, is we hear your background story, basically about your parents and your history with domestic violence, which I just feel like is such a, I don't want to say an inspiring story because it's a really sad story, but I feel like you have the opportunity to really inspire other people and to teach other people from your experience. Mm-hmm. Now, how was that for you, sharing that with the whole world, basically?
It was something that I promised to my mother and to myself. So it felt great. It didn't feel like, damn, these people might judge the hell out of me, because I felt like it was something that needs to be said, because that's not just me. That story has happened to 10,000 other people, and in some cases it may have a worse outcome than for me. I know a group of kids who lost their mother in the same sense, a domestic violence altercation, and they also lost their lives. The whole family passed away. So their story is much more tragic than mine. It's just, I felt like that was an opportunity to let them know. It was a conversation that was occurring there that wasn't really focused on, because I time, editing, all that good stuff. But we were talking about how you can forgive somebody and not, hold anything against someone. And that's how the story, came about, because I was like, if I can forgive my dad for, what he did without a sober mind, let me get that clear. My dad was not sober, and he was going through a whole lot of emotional and everything, just every kind of anything that you can think of, he was going through it. So if I can forgive that, I can forgive this little girl who has no sins, who I won't lose any sleep over this conversation. Yeah. And that's why I was trying to get her to understand, sweetheart, it's so much more bigger shit out here, but we're gonna talk about this. But we're just gonna slowly open you up. But everybody else was like, oh, I would have had a different reaction. For what? Just because a dog barks, it does not mean I'm gonna jump every time. Just because you say something that I don't like, you're not gonna get me to move.
Yeah. Oh. Well, that's a good thing. That means you're not just gonna make a fight out of something petty. Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
Basically.
Because that's all it boils down to. Because if you just jump on her, that's just gonna prove that she feels like she's right.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And it slowly unveils. Like I feel like throughout the process, it just slowly came out. Like you see the offense, and then you see the trying to be, understanding or
Yeah.
have some kind of empathy, and then you see it from everybody else, and then there's a continuous offense. So it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, sorry, excuse my language,
Oh,
kids.
you're fine.
It's just like, what? Like, why? What? Okay, whatever.
Yeah. But so on a different note though, I just wanted to bring that up really quick.
Hey,
We see you celebrate your 24th birthday on the Real World.
lit.
Yay! So, okay, when is your actual birthday though?
October the 18th, I am a Libra, guys. So, like, I'm like everyone's best friend. Libras are like so cool. They're just like down for whatever. I'm cool if you're cool. If you're not cool, let's figure out how to get you cool. So,
Yeah.
remember that. My birthday is October the 18th. So, I love all kinds of gifts, people. Like, all kinds. Like, there is no wrong gift. Just FYI.
Oh my goodness. Everybody's going to be sending you stuff this year now.
Thanks. I hope
So,
so.
I know, right? So, what was it like spending your birthday basically on the Real World and out in the club? It looked like y'all were partying it up.
Oh my God. Like, shout out to the people at freaking, damn it, I forgot what club it was. I don't remember it, but it was fucking shit. Shoot. Sorry, guys.
You're fine.
It was lit. Like, I was psyched when they told me that I was on the show. So, my birthday was just like 2.5 weeks into us filming. So, I was like, I get to be on this dope show on this dope network with this dope birthday in this
Yeah.
dope club, and it was, oh my gosh, like these dope people, like these people, they didn't have to do that for me. And I was like, everybody
Yeah.
else have birthdays or whatever, but mine's is like legit, like
Yeah.
legit piped up. Like that was piped up.
I love the birthday cake they made you. That was my favorite part.
Happy Beer Day. Oh my gosh. Jenna did a good job. And the crazy thing is we didn't even get the cake. We left it at the club.
Uh,
It's SLS. That's the club. SLS. Las Vegas SLS. You guys owe us a cake, and you guys have to give us that pan back. Jeez. But yeah,
So you didn't even
it
get to
was,
eat the birthday cake.
didn't even get to eat it. I was salty. I was pretty crumbed about that. So,
That's probably a good thing though, because everybody was pretty wasted. I feel like you all would be throwing up birthday cake.
dude,
Just saying.
I didn't even remember how we even got home. Sabrina and Chris like changed me into my like out of my birthday outfit into like my birthday outfit into like nightclubs. I was like, Jesus, guys,
That's
Jesus.
so funny. I just like that scene. I think it was on that same episode. I think it was at the end of the night when y'all were wasted, and it was you, Chris, and Sabrina maybe all standing in your freaking underwear in a confessional.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that was Kayla. Yeah, we were.
I was.
That was such a crazy night. That was a crazy night. It was a
I thought that was
crazy.
so funny.
It was very emotional, and they're very supportive, especially Christopher. Oh my gosh! If anybody in the world needs a friend, like Christopher is that. Christopher is that guy. Like if you need a friend, Christopher is that dude.
He is such a sweet person. Like I've gotten to talk to him a little bit on Facebook, and he's
Awesome,
just so cool.
awesome. He's so
Yeah.
awesome. He's so supportive, and he's positive, and he's real. He's
Mm.
open, and he's so freaking intelligent. So like if you can't afford a lawyer, just like go get Chris. He'll like get you straight.
So funny. Now, who do you think would you say is your like best friend from the real world, though? Who would you say you're closest with? We'll put it that way.
Damn it! Do you have to put me on the blast like that?
Yes, because you're the first go big or go home castmate we've had so far this season. I will ask every single castmate, though, I promise. You can watch them later, and I will ask every single one, just to make you feel better.
Damn, I just don't want to hurt their feelings, man. It's so many that I just don't. Man, because it's like
All right, well, who do you communicate with the most often, then? We'll put it that way. since the show's ended. That's nicer.
I don't think that's fair. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and be honest. The one who I cannot stand at all, like I cannot stand this kid, but I would hate my life without this kid. Uh, is Dion. Dion, that is like my best friend from the show, I guess. Like, I don't know, because Chris is so freaking amazing and supportive, like I said, and Deanie, we're just always here. Dean and I are always here. So Deanie Reed is the only pepperoni. Chris and Sabrina, I love the shit out of her. But Dion, I would say it's Dion.
Aww.
Dion is my brother from another, like, it's
I
my
think
brother.
you can tell that from the show, though, because you're always defending him on the show.
Yeah, that's my dog.
I know. I feel like you're more like one of the guys than one of the girls sometimes.
That is that's how I grew up. Like,
Yeah.
I've always grown up that way, and the girls, not all the girls, but a couple of the girls are. I think that'll probably be later or something, but like eventually they have an issue about that, you know. So
Well,
yeah,
we'll stay tuned for that, but
please do.
it's all good. But no, so right now you're in California for MTV
You're in
Movie
LA,
Awards.
so if you're in LA, pull up on the kid.
You're there for MTV Movie Awards, correct?
Yes.
I just want to point out, this is like the first season that the Real World cast has gotten invited to the MTV Movie Awards. So, I feel like that says something about this season.
Well, we feel blessed.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's we're blessed, man. Like, we went into this not knowing what could come out of it. So for this to happen, like, we see some of the like previous Real World castmates, like, I'm so jealous that they get that they get invited. And it's like, well,
Sorry about your luck.
sorry. Oh, we're not sorry.
Yeah. So, since the show is all wrapped up and not aired yet, but it's all taped, what have you been doing since the show has been done filming?
Before the show, I was in school and I was like doing acting, trying to like break into film and TV because I was only doing like theater. So since the show, I've been trying to like ease back into the acting thing. I've been working on that, building my portfolio, practicing different monologues and things like that. And also, I've become more in tune with being just a service to the community, because I feel like with the platform that Real World gave us, that we brought a lot of attention to things that needed to be done. And when I went home and I saw some of the things that we were fixing while in Las Vegas, I was like, I can bring that here. So I've been collecting clothes for the homeless shelters in Atlanta. I'm trying to build some kind of help center and homeless shelter in East St. Louis, because there's not one, and there's also not a domestic violence shelter. So I've been talking to different nonprofit organization leaders and mentors and counselors about how I should, get that whole thing like together. Just like 3 weeks ago, I was in Atlanta downtown, and I bought like loaves of bread because I wanted to get like one person and take them out to eat, just take them out, everything. And I pulled up and there was like multiple people, and I was like, that'll be kind of mean if I only took one. So Dion and I had a habit while we were on the show. Shout out to BD if hopefully you have a home, brother, and you're like somewhere watching this. But Dion and I used to like get our food that we didn't want or something like that. Like, it would be fresh food, and we'll give it to some people that we know like needed to at least eat. And it was like at the time of the weather transitioning, so it was like getting cold, so we'd get like soup, all that good stuff. And all of us, we did some kind of like charitable thing. So I wanted to take that back home. So I went and got like a couple loaves of bread, some like lunch meat, little cups and juice, little gallons of juice. And I sat out there with a few of the homeless people, and I talked to them about why they got in that position, and it would be so surprising, man. It really humbles you. And it made me feel like that what I was going through at whatever time that I was going through it isn't nothing compared to them, and it makes me just want to do something. So that's it. I'm not trying to be like become this rapper, model, host, party person. I just want to like do something to give back to society, like be that person that I needed when I was younger, to other people.
Yeah.
Like that's it. That's my goal. Trying to do that. So can you still see me?
Yes, I can still see you.
Oh, I like made you bigger by accident. I don't know.
But I think that's really cool. I love that you're trying to do something with this platform, basically that MTV gave you, rather than just having a party life and then going back to regular world, basically.
Yeah, basically that's it. And I can't do that. It was a lot of people whose story that did humble me. So I at least want to give it right back to them in some kind of way. I mean, I ain't got it like that, but I mean, what I got, you got.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Now, is there anything from the first couple episodes so far that you're really sad that they didn't put into the show? Because I know there's always stuff that's missed.
Yes, let's see. What was it?
What's like your top thing? I feel like normally it's pranks. Did y'all prank a lot on your season?
Oh, yeah. We got Dion and I got Dean a couple times because Dean always want to like go to sleep in the living room with his mouth open. All of that. You cannot be in the public place just breathing, and then Dean sleeps like he's in a casket. So it's like scary. It's like creepy. You like look over and you're like, let's check his pulse. Let's like make sure this guy's alive, and his mouth is just like open. So we got him a couple times with that. I'm kind of salty that they didn't put that. I had the cakes, the booty, the Betty Crocker back there. I'm upset that they didn't let it be known about that. And also, what else? Oh, that Jenna said that slaves came to America for a better life. That would have hit everybody over the head. Yeah.
How does that even come up?
That was kind of. In fact, that was probably the same time that she said that she got the leotard, whatever, from a Black People store. That was that same day. So.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, that was. I wish that they would, threw that in there just so we can keep count of things. That's
oh my goodness. I hope she comes on and talks and tells her side of the story a little bit. Yeah. I don't know if she will, but we'll see.
I pray she does too. She's gonna be cool. I think she's gonna be. At least I pray she's gonna be alright.
Yeah, it'll be good. Either way, it doesn't affect you. That's what I always tell everybody.
Yeah.
You'll be good. Now, what should we be expecting from the next few episodes of The Real World focused on you? Not on everyone, just on you.
That the turn up is real and 0 F's begin to stop being given. Like, oh my gosh, I'm like so like, Linda, listen, I am just over, like I am like here, no. Yeah, not. I explode in the end. I don't know, and I'm just like, damn it.
Oh my goodness.
I can get the best of me in some cases, and I turned into an absolute savage where I wasn't drinking every single day to where I'm waking up asking for a drink, and Dion has turned me into a mini him, pretty much.
So Dion turned you into an asshole and an alcoholic.
Basically.
That's what you're saying.
We're AAA. We're like awesome alcoholic assholes.
There you go. Hey, you're only there for a couple months. Why not just enjoy your time?
Yeah, but it's pretty much a problem when it happens even after the show is done.
That's true.
The problem.
Well, it is what it is.
No, guys, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not drinking.
I'm just kidding. You're 24. Have fun. You only get to be 24 once.
Leave a little.
But for real, it's all good. But no, I'm so excited to see like just how the rest of the story unfolds. Because so far we've only seen a small snippet of everything that's supposed to happen.
So what do you expect to see?
Say that one more time.
What do you expect to see?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Like, I know we see Dion's girlfriend supposed to be coming soon, so I want to see that whole thing blow up in his face a little bit, I'm not going to lie, because I just think it'll be funny and good TV. I just want to see...
I had to shout out to Please. Amanda, please.
Yeah, so I want to see that happen. I really want to see, like... I just want to see Jenna and Dean hook up, because I feel like that's what he's aiming for. That's what it seems like.
I want to see that too. I can't wait for that.
I want to see Chris get a hookup with somebody. I don't really know who, but he needs to hook up with somebody. Because Chris is hot. He's a hot man.
Freaking little stud muffin, right?
Yes. So he needs a hookup somewhere in there.
He's like passionate. That pansexual there.
Oh, and I'm excited. I'm hoping to see Sabrina connect with her birth mother too, because we've seen that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. All right, and then also I have a couple fan questions that I want to get to before we forget.
Hey. Turn up. Thanks, fans.
All right, so we've got Kylie Singleton asks, what's the biggest adventure you've done so far?
When I was shot, as of this moment, when I was shot into the air for the plunge mission, I had so scary. And I'm just like, I was reaching for the water. Like, I'm really like, I want this water right now because I need to stop flying. And it was scary. It was definitely scary, but it's so fun. And you get the wind knocked out of you, and it's just exciting and exhilarating.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool. It looks really scary, though.
It's lit, bruh. Lit.
At least you didn't fall like a belly flop like Sabrina did. That looked terrible. It looked like a belly flop.
Almost died, I think, in her mind.
It looked freaky. Like it looked like a straight-on belly flop from TV.
And she was bruised for a while afterwards too. So
yeah, at least you didn't land like that.
Yeah, I'm good. I had a life jacket on because I was not going out like a sucker.
And then someone named Jane Nixon says, "What was it like being on the Real World?" So that's kind of a broad question, so you can take that how you want it.
J Nix, it was very testing. Everything is very, very testing, and it really just makes you into somebody in the house will have some kind of influence on you. Basically, it's very influential. If I can say it like that, it's influential. The producers, the people behind the scenes, even your roommates, like, they're fucking lit. They're just lit. Sorry, J Nix, I hope you're like of age to be like cursing or whatever, so sorry. But
I'm sure they are if they're looking at our site.
Thank you. It's like, it's so lit, and it's very so intelligent. Influential, adventurous, and testing.
Yeah.
That's my top 3.
It just looks like a great experience though, overall.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope.
Yeah. Okay, so what is something that your fans probably wouldn't know just from watching you on TV that would surprise them about you? Something we wouldn't see just from seeing you on TV.
That I literally can like really turn up. Like, I can really dance. Like, really. Like, if y'all want to hit them folks or whatever, if y'all want to, dab, if y'all want to, get a little crumping or something going on or whatever, you want a little milli wop or whatever, and mini pop. I got all the moves.
I'm sure we'll see that at some point.
So at some point, I think, I don't know, because a lot of music isn't approved for the show, so it's just like, you may see us like doing the whip to like, and it's just like, Just
Totally makes sense with the dance moves.
Could look to the music, that it's supposed to go to. So whatever.
Oh my gosh, that's so awkward when they do that though, because it's like that does not match the
It doesn't
music.
go with that. So it's just like, can I live? Can I have my moment?
I know.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. Was your favorite experience of this whole show going to the strip club though? For real?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
I live in Atlanta, so the strip clubs down there are pretty intense. Um,
Oh, okay.
I think the friendships. Let me be real. The shit that I did on this show,
Mm.
I won't ever like. If I had $1,000,000, I probably wouldn't ever think to my mind to actually do it.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't think about spiders or clowns or
Yeah.
jumping out of a fucking hot air balloon or
This show is very much about facing your fears.
flying a jet. Like, I never would have done any of it. So the shit that we did on the show is like it's crazy. Like, I can't even think of nothing to say.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets pretty intense, I feel like, but I don't know. I'm just so excited. Are you watching the show when it airs live?
Usually, but not last night because I had just flew into
LA.
LA. So I missed it just by like a few hours because of that flight or whatever. But I did watch it the night before it aired, so I did see what everyone else saw, and I will be watching it again to catch up with those late tweeters, those late people that watch.
That's
I'm not
me.
judging you. It's okay. It's the first 3 days, so you're absolutely fine, people.
That's how I am. I watch it like the morning after normally. But
Yeah.
now, what do you think like when you look at yourself on TV? Are you like, girl, I should put some makeup on? Because that's
Yeah.
how I would be. I don't wear makeup very often, so that would be me every day.
That's what I was, because I was like, and you get to see like everybody's like on some of the other girls DICK, and it's just like they beat their face every damn morning. Of course they're gonna be cute. I should have beat my face that morning, like. So I don't know. I think Sabrina and I had got to the point where we were just like, hey, whatever, screw it. Meanwhile, Jen and Kayla is like every single day, every day, every day.
I feel like I would just forget the cameras are there and just act like.
And that's how it was most of the time. Like laundry days, I'm like walking around with like a little dashiki on and a damn towel wrapped around my head, and I'm just like, it's
But
just on the camera.
that's a good thing though, because it makes you more real. It's not
Yeah.
just you being put on.
Yeah, Dion kind of got too real though. His farts and stuff, and he's like dick slapping and all that good stuff. So it's just like, yeah.
I don't think Dion has any shame, to be honest. I think he is who he is, and he's good about it.
Makes him lovable because he's just like, it's just like, how can you do that? And he makes it look so easy, so cool. I think that's why he has like the biggest influence on people. He's such a great spirit, like a cool little free spirit.
That's probably why you guys get along, 'cause you're both so chill.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
Dean too. Dean is in that bunch. Dean is like really, really, really chill.
Yeah, we haven't seen a whole lot about, like, the only people's background stories we've really seen is you and Sabrina and a little bit of everyone else, but that's also, I'm really excited to see everybody's background. Oh, and Chris's. We know he's like a ex-Mormon.
Very important. And Dean is like that. He's that slow, the slow getting into it kind of thing,
Yeah.
He's like, he will, you're going to get there. And when you do see Dean's story, you're going to be like, he's going to warm your heart again. He's just like so heartwarming. It's like, oh,
Now,
daddy.
we see you complaining about finding a soulmate. We watched the special last night, and you were saying you needed to find a soulmate on the special last night.
On the after show.
Yeah. It was like the love in the real world or whatever. But so, do we find a soulmate do we find a hookup buddy at least for CeeJai?
Yeah, shout out to this little hottie guy, Marco. Hey, daddy. He's in Switzerland actually, so he is bae. We still talk to this day. So he's like,
yay. Well, maybe you will have a love in the real world story on the next one.
Maybe, I don't know, or maybe they need to get me somewhere where I'm finding love, because it is hard.
Maybe you can do a reality show like how they did I Love New York. You remember that
Yeah,
show?
Tiffany did set the tone with that. So
Yeah.
shout out to you, Miss Tiffany.
They
But
did that. Maybe
yeah,
we should do something like I Love CeeJai.
yeah, or The Bachelorette.
Oh, there you go. I don't
Cause I,
really watch that show, to be honest, though.
me either. I never seen that a day in my life. I just heard
Yeah.
about it.
Same
Shout out
here.
to people that got it. Kudos to you.
That's right. Now that you're on reality TV, everybody's going to be hitting you up. All the men are going to be like, look at that sexy lady.
See, I've been waiting for the DM box to just go from here to here because I'm like not usually getting anything. I'm usually like here, nobody slides in my DM, but they say it's because I come off as mean, so I don't know.
You do not come off as mean. Who told you that?
I don't know everybody, but they got me messed up.
I don't think you come off as mean on the show. I think you came off as very open on the show.
I am. I'm so open. I love for people to know how I feel. I like to know how I want people to just know. Like, I want to know how you feel about me. You know how I feel about you. We're going to be cool. But if it got to go there, by all means, it's going to go there,
Yeah. All right. So before we wrap it up, I want you to let me know, what do you think is something you need to tell your fans and all the people who watch? Anything you think that's coming up that's super exciting, or just anything you want to say?
I think that first and foremost, thank you guys for your absolute amazing attention. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for always responding and catching up and keeping up with things on Twitter, all that good stuff. But I think that you guys should, I don't know, just stay tuned in. I think it's like so good. I think it's so important for us to watch because subliminally it's some of the things that we go through everyday life dealing with, and sometimes we don't even recognize it. And it takes for you to see it within someone else to familiarize yourself with it. So watch us go through this crazy shit and find yourself make yourself familiar with what we're going through so you can feel us like we're real, we're actual. This is not scripted. This is nothing that you can find somewhere else. These are people, genuine people with genuine hearts. I mean, some of them, there's a couple fake ones out there, but I'm not gonna go. But
We'll deal with that on a later episode.
yeah, we know who the fake. All right. So, but for real, seriously, stay tuned, and more importantly, I don't care if you pray, if you do hymns, or you do yoga, whatever. Put up some great energy in the universe for me. Only thing I ask is for, I don't know, a successful life story. That's it. That's all I want. And if having a great way with you guys and in your hearts a great spot in y'all hearts is all right, I'm down for it. And thank y'all. Just, I cannot say it enough. Like, thank y'all. I pray about y'all. Like, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank
There you
y'all.
go.
Feel my heart right here. Everybody feel my heart. This is good.
So dramatic over there. Look at this drama.
I'm gonna stop.
And then, lastly, though, for real, I want you to tell everybody your Twitter and your Instagram, just because I don't want to mess it up. So I'll have you say it to everybody so they can follow you.
All right. So my Twitter is basic at MTV CeeJai CeeJai, and my Instagram is Sooty Pokertude. I made that up one day. It's a subliminal thing. Okay, people. But it's SOOTY_PULCHRITUDE. Alright? Y'all make sure y'all come and find me.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for coming and chatting with us, CeeJai. It's such a blast. I will have you back again when we can talk about more stuff that happens at the end, because we can't talk about everything that didn't air yet.
You sure? That's the reason why I'm like,
Yeah. So we'll talk again when more airs.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for having me. You guys are amazing.
Yes, thanks so much, everyone, for watching. Again, this is Ashley from Get Real LOL. Follow us on Twitter at 1TVFanatic and GRLOL Pop Culture. And, of course, on Facebook at Get Real LOL MTV. Thank you. Bye, CeeJai.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.